Hello, this is my vlog for January 7th. It's 7:38 a.m. on Tuesday, and I'm currently doing Belgium on ChatGTP. I did all of Asia yesterday, yeah, and even got started on Europe. So I'm gonna see if I can finish the whole dang world. Oh, aren't you cute, little ferret? Yeah, by the end of today, dude, I could finish the whole world. And I also did like Africa for like all of AD. I think a lot of it. So, dude, I think I can finish my timeline, like straight up, at least with ChatGTP. Fill up my timeline with ChatGTP and have all the links fixed. So that's the 30s. So here's where I type 40s. And we start the new decade. So this is how long it takes to, I just said what happened in so-and-so country, I think Netherlands, from 1900 to 1910. And then that's when I just start, when it gets done, I just start 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s in it. Can you remember? So then after this, I would plug in the leadership and other stuff, and all the other timelines people make, but this is going by so fast. I already did, Dreamweaver, because I have to prepare these pages first, because on a lot of the pages they don't have the different font, so I didn't know. It was North Africa, 1950 to 2000. And it didn't have that, and a lot of them don't, and a lot of them weren't even created. So I'm gonna have to build them up too. But that won't take that long. But yeah, that's what I'll have to prepare after I finish this today. But yeah, I mean, I think I did like Africa in one day, Asia yesterday, and it wasn't like all day. We drove down to Costco, went shopping there. I got $335 worth of stuff. And when I was like walking out with all of that food, I was like, my mom's like, yeah, that'll last you all month. I'd never got more than $300 worth of food. And I was like, I'm like, man, I don't know. It'll take me more than a month to eat all that food, dude. Maybe that'll be like 2 or 3 months or something. I don't know. So, yeah, I got weed the other day because it was like, what was it, day before yesterday? Because I wanted to go in there and give him my resume. So yeah, I think I'm going to go into the other dispensary, give my resume too. They said they might be hiring in the spring. Check it out, it's snowing, dude. Holy snaps. How about that, huh? How about that? Nice. 7:42 in the morning. So, oops, I gotta make sure that this thing is caught up. Yeah, still writing. Yeah, so give it to the two old people's homes. And then I think I'll give it into the gym. That was my mistake. I didn't actually hand in my resume. I just asked them verbally. And then I need to go in again and be like, did you see it? And then talk about my resume. That was my mistake before. But I like the idea of working really close, but I want to ask. I don't know how like asking money from foundations works. Like how long it takes them to get back with you. But I should like write educational foundations and then wait like at least like a week because it seems like I should get money to help finish this. But I don't have that much time, so probably should get a job if I'm offered one. I didn't look at my emails yesterday or apply to any more jobs on Indeed because I was like looking at this like I was super pleased with how fast ChatGTP was working and how long it was letting me do it because a few months ago, like I just took a couple months off, tried to get back in shape, didn't work very well. But I feel pretty good today. Oh shit, I need to go into the hospital today at 9 to get my blood test. Well, because I didn't go yesterday, and they said I have to go back within a week or two of the first one, so yeah, I gotta hurry. And I think maybe they meant from the first one, so yeah, go today for sure. I didn't yesterday because I got up kind of late, and because I was working till 3:30 in the morning, and I just didn't want to. I was like tired. Well, I kind of wanted to just do this, and then in the last minute, my mom called, and then we were like, hey, let's just go to Costco, because I think she wanted to, because she knew it was gonna snow today. But so here we are, just finishing the 60s, and boom. So yeah, I used ChatGTP to condense. You know, I think it was 325 books. My mom and I looked at it the other day and we figured it out. She wrote it down on a piece of paper. I need to go look. So I never counted it. Yeah, and I did it for like all of them. I had it for some of them already, and I did it in two different bits. The first one was, man, I'm blowing out my eyeballs from smoking weed. Like I have to look at the flame, but then I get the flame embedded in my eye. I need to get good at like smoking weed without looking off the side or something, but yeah, it condensed the book down, right? I just, I paste, the bits that I can take and the different chapters, and I would, and when they were, some of them I condensed a bunch of times, I think the Mahabharata, if you include the original size and the menu that just has the numbers and what chapter number it is and the time and pages, about 6 different sizes. I went to look, here we are, just finished the 70s. Now I type 80s. I went to look at, try to see where it was, and I couldn't find it on my computer. They've gotten lifted, stuff gets missing off my computer. I may be in the process of like backing up on the cloud, but so I need to make sure it's on my server. If not on my external, I'd suck if I lost any of that stuff. Because I've been trying to continue with that project. And the first book that I tried to do it with was Education of Cyrus. And the menu for that was like not, because the menu wasn't very big. And the menu was like, I don't know, like, yeah, just like 100. It was like just a little bit bigger than the screen. And it would just spin around, and then it would give up, and I'd look at the screen and it wouldn't be pasted. And I'd be like, restart the program, restart the computer, tried it a bunch of times, and it did the same thing, and it didn't make any sense. So I just gave up, and like I didn't know what to do, like, what do you do? All I thought what to do was just get another computer So maybe the computer needed a software update. I just got one yesterday, so when I'm done with this, like, I need to get all this timeline on there. I did the first two countries of North Africa, Morocco and Tunisia, and here we're finishing the 80s, well, 90s. Yeah, and the amount of information looks good. It's like just on the cell phone on vertical, it's just a little bit more than the size of the screen. Actually, I can do it. I'll show you right now. Africa, North Africa. Yeah, so this is Morocco for 1900 to 1910, and then that's Western Sahara. So to get it off of my notes, because then I have to scroll down and get off notes, but that doesn't take that long. I have to do copy and then paste. So it seems like it's not even that much time, dude. What's after Belgium? Achoo! Achoo! Luxembourg. Oops. I actually didn't even have to say Luxembourg, 1900, 1909. There, and then it doesn't even like type right away. But okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I mean, if it's just copy paste, it seems like I could not only build it in one day, but I could get it onto my website in one day as well. Like the entire Asia, you know, so I could do the entire world in like 2 days. I could get it from my notes, copy it from notes onto my website. If I copy it directly from here to the website, here we are. Oh, I don't even have to spell Luxembourg right. It'll know what I mean. It'll like copy the code too, you know, like the little tables it's in, and so and the fonts, and I think the buttons and all that. So, it does take a little bit of time, like scrolling down to copy it from this onto notes. It's like maybe like an half hour's worth of solid, you know, sitting there. So I would do it in bits and chunks of like maybe 3 or 4 minutes of me, or maybe 5 minutes of me just going like this, you know, because if I let go of my left finger, I lose the whole thing and I have to start over. So, and luckily that hasn't happened yet. And then I gauge how like much I copy it after each time based on how many times the little circle goes around. So it's usually more than 10, but once it was like 33, you know, and it was starting to get more and more. But yeah, so yeah, when I did it before, the first step was to condense it, and then I would spit it through again, and I would tell it to one time it managed to make a table that was like 5 columns across and then like put a table inside of it, I think. Or no, but yeah, or build a table inside of it. But yeah, you can only build like tables that are one column, and up to maybe like 20. You can't go 40. So but that's all I needed, you know. That's how big my little column tables are. when I have stuff. So it would be able to make the table, you know, put the text in, bold the number, I think even make it, give it an anchor, and even a link. So basically, and the proper font. Yeah, basically built the whole thing. Yeah. So if I wanted to build these, turn this, get to the next level and have ChatGTP do it, you know, I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see how easy it is as a sample, because then that would be, and maybe it wouldn't be that fast. Then I could get the timeline actually built with ChatGTP, like now. So what I would need it to do is, and because it made it, would make it easier for it to read itself. So that's cool. Because before, I was having to describe, like, it to do stuff, you know, not, and it wasn't, like, and it was based off of just, yeah. So maybe it'll be easier with this. But I could say, because they have all these different segments. They have, like, cultural development, social changes, economic developments, political developments, shift in foreign policy, Treaty of Versailles, post-war consequences, resistance and collaboration, economic impact, World War I, all these different categories. And so I could say, you know, in this category, give it this border, and this category, and with this font on the title, and then, you know, nothing for the text after it, and the date with bold, and yeah, and maybe it'll be able to do it. It seems like the same level of design that I was doing before, you know, for the 20s of Luxembourg. So I should time how long it takes me to get through a country, then I could predict. But and then, yeah, and then I could build it. But after I paste all this on, what I really want to do is just paste on all of those the menus from all the classic books. I would have backed it up on all of my external hard drives, as well as uploaded it to my server. So there's no reason why, you know, any of them should be missing by now, because that's a lot of work. That took me a long time. I can't remember how long, but it was one of those months projects. But I was hooked on it. It was right before I tried to get in shape, because I was hooked on it because yeah, ChatGTP was working really fast. Building it, and, you know, and I was impressed that it was able to build the actual site with the HTML. So yeah, like my website will be at the next level once I get done with that. But I don't know how long. Like, if you accumulate all of that, that'll be a long time. Like, that's a couple of months, and I don't know. I could probably, this month's gonna be like, I guess, the moment of truth. Like, maybe if I could stay afloat financially without trying to get a job. I don't want to get a job at this point. Oh, holy shit. God damn it. I thought I'm getting my foot massaged right now. My little ferret is fascinated with it. He wants to dig into where my feet are. But, like, I have it on maximum, like, the three different kinds of pressures. The 2 different kinds of pressures with 30 minutes. And I think my ferret jumped on it and turned the heat on. But it was, the heat was on low, but it felt like my foot was about to burn off. The heat on high would have, oh my god, scalded my foot. Yeah, I do that thing, but not with any heat. Maximum, but no heat. And man, yeah. So yeah, because the energy drinks. I drive my car. I have a car that I drive to the store every day. Before it was to get like something to eat or snack on. I don't have to because I have food here, but just to get out of the house and to walk a little bit. Because I stopped going to the gym. I went to my mom with my mom a couple times, but I barely do anything. But the energy drinks are only $1.50 now. Because I like to get those when I'm smoking the weed. But once I run out of weed, I'm not going to be able to buy more. I don't have the money, so I'll have to just go to the gym. But I don't see myself spending any money. You know, it's just the expenses. And I have enough money this month in my checking to cover all those, I think. So, and I have food for like 2 months, so. Yeah, I want to just, oh shit, 20s, 30s. I want to go forward on this because then I can do a tour. Yeah, the next thing I want to do is like a tour of of my timeline because demo because it's really freaking awesome. It works really well, the navigation of it, and you can test yourself with it like better than anything. And it's super like easy, straightforward, and I think it works really well for like in lots of different ways to link different parts of the world and time together, so you can superimpose it on your head. And yeah, and so I mean, so many ways I'm not even good at it yet. So I found that there's 3 broken links on North Europe, 1500 to 2000 in England, which is like boggles my mind because like I checked every single one. And so it's like, how could 3 of them have like slipped through? I hope that these links don't go bad, because I've been having links going bad. Like all of my 80 pages, there's a whole bunch of them. The links that go back to the previous time period, and which are next to the link that takes you to the ancient history and the 500-year section, just went bad, and I had to rebuild them, and like I have no idea why, And if that happens, then I'm screwed, because we're making AI to fix it. Because it's like, if I do what I did with England, with all the countries, it's like 350,000 of them for my time, for my AD and BC timeline. Not even if I decide to do that with my ancient history. So, or even future. So it's like 500,000 or something. What if all those links went bad? Like, I couldn't fix that. So, oh no, oh, here we are. Gotta keep this moving. So, but if the links stay good, it's like, holy shiesta. Here, let me show you real quick, if you didn't see the other videos. This is what you call the most magnet website. And then I can make YouTube commercials. I have 2 commercials for my website on YouTube. One of them is, see, that's where stuff gets fun, I can't do any of this fun explaining stuff if I'm too busy building the damn site. So one of them is, I go, I'm hanging out with my mom, and see, I need my mom to give a go-ahead to act in my commercial, and she's like little Mrs. Bashful. So, so I'm here like on my phone, and she's like talking to her friend on the phone or something like that. This thing's finally done. It was, and I'm here, and she goes, get off the phone. You spend all the time on the phone, and I'm like, oh, mama. And then the next scene and then I like find out about my website. And then the next scene, I'm here. I'll show you. Let's go to North Europe. I think that's where this one is. And she's like, get the heck fire off the phone, son. And I'm like, oh, but I'm doing the history test, mama. See, look, let me give you a demonstration. So, like, here's England, North England, from 1500 to 2000, right? And then you're like, what's that Earth with the skull over it doing, you know? Well, I don't know. Let's see. And turns out, I guess we should go down some. It was the Great Plague, 1509 to 10. And then you just click the back button, right? And then that takes you back up here. So you can just do that over and over again, like Erasmus, or a portrait of Thomas More, back button. And then if you want to go to the next 100 years, there's the next. Or if you wanted to do 100 years from like when a submarine was invented, you could just manually do it like that. And then you click on here, War of Jenkins Ear, and here you are. Go back, and then you could zoom out. Different ways it zooms in and out. That's the whole thing. Or you could do it like that. When you do it like that, that's like 200 years. That's the whole thing. But then if you double tap, it's like 200 years across. And then you could do it like that, you know, and then the links work. Boom. Back button, back up. Right? Now imagine if that being for the whole website. When I describe the site, I'm going to describe it as, my mom was like writing, she said open source, and I'm like, it's not open source. But then I was like, I just did the 60s. And I'm like, yeah, of Luxembourg. It's like, yeah, no, it is open source, because like people could copy the code, and then they could help by doing this themselves, like attaching images. That's the time-consuming part. Attaching the images to all the countries, and then attaching the images, the most important ones, to the image part on the top that I showed. It goes across, and then fixing the links. Yeah, if you could do that, once the whole timeline has that attached, now you're dealing with something that you could measure your education with, your knowledge. It's a knowledge tester, like for the autistics. So then I have another. Luckily, there's lots of autistic foundations, but I have another commercial called. It's like the new superheroes of the world with the autistics. So you go, because that's what my website's designed for, the timeline. First, it was the original brainchild, you know, and they have a picture of the dude who was the first, the guy who they base Rain Man off of, and then they show a clip of him knowing every date, and then you go, then there was Rain Man, and then you show him, Dustin Hoffman, counting all of the cards and how many toothpicks there are, and then you go, and then there was Thunder Lightning Guy, so I'll be Thunder Lightning Guy. And then you do a video of me memorizing, playing the game of North Europe, 1500 to 2000, I should do a lot of YouTube videos, dude. I need to do my book reviews. I've listened to so many book reviews since the last couple book. I was supposed to do a book review on my main channel after every book I do. Then I stopped doing it because I was working on my site. But it's like, if all I do is have to hang out here and hit the button, damn, dude. I need to do book reviews. But now I'm smoking weed, and I don't do YouTube videos like that when I'm high because my brain doesn't work as well. I can do videos while I'm high on my vlog channel because it's just me talking, but you know, that's like my more, I want to be more on top of it on that. But yeah, as soon as I quit the weed and wait a couple of days for the weed to get out of my system, I'll do that for all the books that I read. I'll have to get in on the and look on how many I did, which ones I did. I think I'm going to buy Michio Kaku's book about quantum computing. I'm watching him do a YouTube video now about it. Michio Kaku predicted ChatGTP years ago. That's cool. Yeah, the people who predicted it turned out to be right. Just hitting 80s. So, well, what was I talking about? Oh man, I got way distracted. Yeah, so, I'm just gonna have to, finish this because it's going so fast. But, oh yeah, yesterday I was trying to do web design while I was doing ChatGTP. I was, cause like all of my pages from most of my pages from 1900 to 2000, the 20th century, I have them in two sections, 1900, 1950, and then 1950 to 2000, and like all of those pages, most of them for the whole world, they're not even built. Like I don't have the different ones for the different countries, so like I think I'll try to do like cut and paste for the whole thing from the other one as soon as they're blank. But yeah, I've been like building those up, and yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna try to finish those. I have to build up the ones that don't have all this. I think I built up some that I didn't need to. I could have just copied the other one and gutted it. But I didn't realize how like not developed it was. So I have to. But I can't do it. This ChatGPT, it's just too fast. I might do it some today, but I think I'll just wait and let this build it, and then I have to go in and focus, you know, so I make sure I do it right, so I'm not redundant, and get those pages like with the links and everything, because the links aren't fixed yet, ready to go. And it's good that I do it like that before I put this on, because I could paste bigger chunks of it on, like maybe the whole thing, and not have to rebuild anymore, and then paste on all of this ChatGTP stuff. Yeah. So, and then test it to see if I could build the tables, but anyway, Luxembourg's about to be done, so I think that's enough video talking. I might want to tell my mom today. She's not going to want to leave her house. So maybe, yeah, I think I'll tell my mom today that today I just want to work on try to get this ChatGPT go, because, like, you know, when ChatGTP is working, dude, like, oh shit, here, let me fix this. Let's get the next country going, because this is almost done. It's not done yet, see? But it's gonna be done. It's almost done. Here's where it's done. Bong, there it's done. So now what I have to do, I can't remember what countries after Luxembourg. I already did France and Germany. I did a bunch of countries off the cuff. I was like, ugh. I might have done Switzerland. Did I do Switzerland too? So let's do Monaco. So Monaco, 1900, 1909, go. There it is. And then I type tens. Oh, and look, it even types. So as soon as that's done, I just hit the return button and it goes for the tens. So, dang, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Like, when ChatGTP is working, dude, like, my philosophy is put everything aside. Don't go to the gym. Don't, like right now, I was supposed to try to get a job. Maybe you should shelve that and just sit here and do ChatGTP like until you're done with your ChatGTP project, because that's what I did with when I condensed all the books and created the tables out of it that I'm going to paste as soon as I'm done with this, because you never know when ChatGTP is going to get like bottlenecked, or they're going to change the policy or whatever, or if there's a problem with your internet, because ChatGTP works at different performances at different times. Like, I don't have the Plus. I don't have Pro. That's $200 a month. Like, I don't even close to have enough money for that. If I had a roommate and I was smarter and I didn't owe all the money that I owe, I could pay $200 a month for ChatGTP, but all I can pay is $20, and it was even free. ChatGTP was free when I first started doing it. I think they only started charging a couple months ago, but they could suddenly change the policy where to get the good quality stuff, you have to pay $200 a month. Or they could reduce the amount of time I can do it for, because I basically could do it all day long. They only made me stop twice yesterday. And when they make me stop, it was only for the first time, it was only for an hour and a half, and I spent that time to copy it off of the website and put it onto my notes, and then do a little bit of prepping on the pages on my site. And then the second time, it was because I was about to pass out and go to sleep, and so maybe they figured, like, yeah, even if you're the craziest worker in the world, you should take a break just for your health, and maybe that's what they put that limit on. But I've seen it before though. And this was even, I think, when I was building it, I was working with it to build stuff. I had to take breaks because I would only be able to work on it like a couple of hours, and then I'd have to take an hour off, So it could be today that, like, I only work another hour, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, you have to take an hour and a half off, and I'm like, fuck. But it doesn't matter, because that's when I would just open up Dreamweaver and try to get the Dreamweaver up ready to go. But I don't like being dictated, when I have to do Dreamweaver and when I get to do chat, because, like, it's so much easier if I'm smoking a bunch of weed. So much easier to just sit here and hit and just watch this thing flip around, because then I can, like, start focusing on, like, the book I'm listening to. If I feel alive, I can masturbate to my lonely OnlyFans girlfriends, which I think I've aged out of that. But see, I smoke weed, and when I smoke weed, I can do that. When I'm not smoking weed, I can't. Or like, stretch or whatever. So anyways, so if this thing continues to go, like, if it works today like it worked yesterday, like, holy shit, I could finish the whole world today. I'll show you what I have to do. This is what I have to do. Here, let's see where 30s is. So here's where I type 40s. Boom. And then the 40s appears whenever it decides it wants to appear. But check this out. I kind of feel like wanting to wait here until that's done. Okay, so I'm doing Monaco, and man, did I do Switzerland already? God. I'm gonna guess that I did, because I hate double upping stuff. But I did do Liechtenstein, I did do Germany, but I did not do Austria. And then I have to go over here to Eastern Europe. And there's 10 of them in Eastern Europe. Poland, Czech Republic. I think they even changed their name to Czechia. It was Czechoslovakia, and then it became Czech Republic, now it's Czechia. Slovakia, Hungary, Belarus, Ukraine, Romania, Moldova, Bulgaria, Russia. You fucking Russians. God, Putin. Because if he'd have taken over Ukraine, it's like, well, goddamn it, now I'm doing a country that doesn't exist anymore. Like, at least, could you let me finish my timeline before you start fucking up my timeline? The maps on it. So anyway, then I'm done with Europe, dude, right? Here, let's see if this one needs to be done. I have to be a good parent. There we go. Alright, back. Let me show you. So, Europe, yeah, and then I'm done with and I'll be done with this bitches like fucking in a couple of hours, right? I already did Africa. I did day before yesterday. I did Asia yesterday. So then I would get over here to which is North America. Oh, Oceania is the first one. Oh, see, this will take a little bit of time. So then there's 15. So I have to do 15, and then just one here, because I already did Canada and America. See, look, I have to fix these, like this is inconsistent. And then I have to do Central America, which is only 7, right? Caribbean, which is 16, and then South America, which is 12. So, let's go back to West Europe. That's the one I'm working on now. So, I think I can do all of those in today. I think I can do the rest of the world today. Because I can get done with Europe like in a couple of hours, and I'm not going to the gym or to Costco today. And then I could probably wipe out the time-consuming ones, the only time-consuming ones, which are Caribbean and was it South America? Yeah, so there's not even that many. So, and then I can get going on. See, then that's when I can gauge how long it'll take to paste it onto my site. And it doesn't seem like it'll take that long, and it doesn't seem like it'll take that long, maybe a day or two, to prep the timeline, And then I have to prep the future timeline, but that would only take a day. So to paste. So I'm just like, oh my god, dude. This is pretty exciting, dude, for me. So anyways, that's enough talking. Hopefully tomorrow when I do my video, it'll be in the morning and I'll be going, hey, I did it. I finished it, and now I'm pasting, and I already pasted all of North Africa. Yeah, man. Oh my god. Okay, talk to you tomorrow.